Hello. This is the life of a full-time diabetic reseller. So, we are going to talk about my word of intention today, and I hope you get a laugh out of it because I can barely even pronounce it. Fogenerity. Fogenerity, which is a combined word of focus and energy. Why, you may ask? Because um, I worked late last night and I needed to take my sister to the airport, and she was going to be here at 5:30 in the morning. I didn't get to bed until after 1. I set my alarm. It didn't go off. My husband woke me, "Hey, Vanessa, listen, your sister's here." Well, I can't say what I said when I woke up this morning, but I'm certain you can imagine. So I had to jump out of bed, put on some clothes, run out, and take her to the airport. So she's off to Miami. I have a car for 2 weeks. Yay! And so this morning, I'm tired. So that was my word, focused energy. Um, my listing goals are going great. I'm, doing really well with that. After this video, I will continue working probably for a couple more hours, and that'll be awesome. So I did finish The Keeper of Lost Causes. It was a good book. It did drag. It did. But what I really found difficult about it was it's set in New Zealand. And so I believe in, you know what? I should have researched this before I say this, but I believe that the book was written in Danish and translated into English because the character names and the locations were very difficult for me to pronounce or even understand. And no, I was physically reading it. So um they have these odd characters, like Spanish would have a tilde on an N to pronounce it a different way. And it took me a little bit of time to be able to just scan over those words to know, like, what character he was talking about that lived in that location, right? So, I would I suggest reading it? It was a good book. Was it a great book? I don't think so, but it was a good book. I don't think I would pick it up again, but, I don't know about you. It was okay to me. If you're wondering if it was predictable, not really. It wasn't really predictable until you were almost there, at 3/4 of the way. Then that's when the author started putting the pieces together, and they fit perfectly. I will say that the form of entrapment was I had never heard of this before. Um, kind of like you hear, well, they were trapped in the cellar, they were trapped in the basement, they were trapped in an attic, they were trapped in a room, they were trapped in the woods or whatever. This entrapment was unlike anything I have ever heard before, and it was horrific. So, if you think you want to read it, I would say give it one shot. Um, so, what is my small win? My small win is my attitude, my mood. That's my small win. Y'all get it later on, but my mood, that's my small win, which I actually think is a huge win. So, um, so let's get into strange. Let's get into strange. Um, so when something happens that you feel is the end of everything, the end of everything, all your hard work, all the time and effort you put into something, um, everything you've accomplished. I want you to pause. I want you to pause and just try and think about tomorrow. Think about tomorrow morning. The sun is going to come out, and it's going to be a new day. And you're going to move forward. You're going to move forward. How are you going to move forward is truly up to how you look at it. So when you're thinking about just giving it all up and you want to go to bed and spend the entire day there crying and eating chocolate and talking to your best friend on the phone and cursing whatever happened to you, I want you to think about tomorrow. And I want you to think about the sun coming up and how you are going to move forward and continue on. At some point, you are going to realize that you are strong enough and smart enough and just plain old enough. Because the truth is, the only thing that can truly ruin you is you. That's the only that you are the only person who can, um, what is that word I'm looking for? Sabotage yourself by controlling the thoughts that you think that is how you can move forward. That is how you're gonna get through it. Whatever it is, whatever it is, you'll move through it. And if that doesn't work, then let me suggest this. Put on Reba McEntire's Strange and listen to it a couple hundred times. That always cheers me up. You have a great night. Bye.